Hello world, I'm Zanit and welcome back to my lame hack the box challenge. Now last time we gathered some access to the machine. Sadly, if I type in who am I, I'm a demon, ID, I am not admin, I have different kind of things that I can check like the groups and so on, but it doesn't seem like I have any administrative access. Now what we can try, of course, is to do some what I tried last time, the same thing that I tried there, which is local privilege escalation, which in theory should be possible. This Linux distribution, we have a very old kernel, we have a very old distribution, what was it, as well, yeah, we have like Ubuntu 8. So we should, in theory, be able to find an exploit that will give us local privilege escalation. And that's what we're trying to do. I tried to search something with searchsploit. I tried to do something using Google. So if we just type Ubuntu, what was it, 08.04, and then local priv, local, not lawful, local privesc, we should be able to actually find some exploits. I checked this out last time. We didn't really find something that worked though. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try this one. Let's run this one like our last hope. So a guy named Nelson found 3 vulnerabilities, and this exploit uses all of those 3 vulnerabilities to gather root access, and hence it's called Full Nelson. Here, so you can read it better. Full Nelson, blah blah blah. All of which were discovered by Nelson. I mean, okay, we can call it Full Nelson if that's how you roll. So let's go in here. I think I copied. Let's call it privesc2.c and paste everything in here. Now, last time I think I tried the upload command without success. Let's try it again, because why not? Then we have our lame, and then we have privesc2.c. let's upload this into tump privesc, or let's just call it full nelson.c. Error, file write failed. Now I have no idea why this keeps happening, but if we go onto the server, we are in temp, and I can touch something in here, and then something gets created. So this one, somte. So what I did last time is essentially I just copy pasted the entire code, because why not? So let's open up Vim. Let's do a full nelson.c, and just paste the entire code in here. Hang on. Now I did a mistake. All right, okay, let's try that again. Paste everything in there. Why does that delete this? That doesn't make sense. Why does... come on. Now I'm too stupid to use Vim. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's see if that actually worked. Okay, we have I think the right amount of semicolons. So let's do full Nelson. Oh, full Nelson. and then add a executable flag on full Nelson and run full Nelson. Alright, failed to open file descriptor. What file descriptors are we trying to open? Let's check it out. Failed to open file descriptors. Oh, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 file descriptors. Create file descriptors now so there are 2 references to them after cloning. Otherwise the child will never return because it deadlocks and trying to blah blah blah. Alright, I guess I have still no idea what's going on in here. But as far as I know, I don't need any special compile flags. Let's see, what does this one say? Full Nelson, blah blah blah. Do we have any comments in here? Sell it. Okay, we have nothing in here. Do we have revisions? Just this one. All right, but we can try checking something else. Now we have to check. Let's just check running services. I hope we can list them all. Let's try that. Maybe we have enough system. We have sysctl. I usually think that's the same. Apparently not. Okay, so what we have sysctl. Okay, so how can we list our running services, or rather show which user uses the port? Because if you remember our scan, we had a couple of more things, so we could continue trying local privilege escalations, or we could just check out if, for example, the SMB server, so this Samba one, is running as another user. Maybe even root. I don't think so, but maybe it's sometimes services run as root. Let's check this one out. Do we need sudo for that? Oh, please no. No, please no. Can I not just execute it? No. Okay, but what we can try to do is grep for 5 and 139, which doesn't seem like it's open. So if you see here, it just basically lists all the services that are open as the daemon user. So all the ports that have been opened with the daemon user are listed in here, which essentially means we aren't running, so this server isn't running SMB with the daemon user, so that could give us another user. There is like this one exploit. Let's search for SMB and then 3.0.20, because that's the version that we got here. No results. Maybe let's type in Samba. And we have a user map script. User map script command execution. Alright, that sounds like what we want. Use 0. And now, oh, what did I do? I clicked the wrong button. Now we are in here. Let's exit out of here. Let's exit out of here. Let's close this one. and start listening again. I don't know if that's let's actually first show the options. So we have currently no rhost set. We're gonna change that in a minute. We have some weird lhost, so let's just set lhost to ton 0. Is that correct? Show options ton 0. Wasn't it called ton 0? I don't know. Sometimes you can set the IP by setting the interface name, sometimes you can't. So let's set the lhost to be our IP. Our target is on, let's check it out. Hello? Hello? Okay, on this IP address. So let's set the rhost to be this address. Let's show our options again. We have a basic CND Unix reverse netcat on port 444. I don't think we can listen to that, as we can't open connection on that one. Let's show the targets real quick. Okay, we have just this one. Let's show our options to make sure everything is alright. Okay, 139, we have Samba. If 139 doesn't work, we can always try 445. And the reason why I'm attacking the Samba one is we tried FTP, we had no success with that one. We tried nothing with SSH so far, but I don't think that's gonna help us. We haven't tried SMB. We exploited this dist.cc bug, so we could get the user flag. And if you check here, there is like message signing disabled, which is always a good sign that they are using poor hygiene, so to speak. So let's just run this exploit, see if something happens. Sometimes it doesn't like the port 444. So let's set the L port to 42069, because why not? Maybe that's gonna work. And if that doesn't work, we can try 443, because that should be HTTPS, if I recall correctly. So let's just run this one. Maybe sometimes you can't open like other ports. So let's close this one. Let's stop this listener. And let's try actually port 80 and run this. And maybe that's gonna work. Alright, we got a command shell session. Who am I? Root! Nice. We are root. That's actually incredibly fast and easy. Now I see why this challenge is an easy one. So let's pvd. We could spawn a real shell, but we know that the file is somewhere in here. So let's cat root.txt, and now we have the root flag. Let's copy this one. Let's go to this site and submit the flag. Boom. Brainfuck? No, I mean it's easy. Yeah, we can go with that one. I mean, all in all, it was a pretty okay. What the hell was that? Thank you for that hard attack. All in all, I'd say it's a pretty misleading description. I didn't exploit any CMS. I did inject commands, yeah, but as far as I know, we exploited SMB and we exploited the dist.cc compiler. So that's what confused me most about this challenge, to be honest, that it was talking about the CMS. I was expecting a web challenge, which it wasn't. But all in all, it was a pretty straightforward one. We did, if we check our notes, we did basically, oh, if we check our notes, I should actually paste this into the notes as well. Give me a second. this is for the root flag. Yeah, so if we check out this thing that we did, let's exit out of here. Let's do a quick abort this session. So before we run this one, we actually attacked the client, if I can find it. We used something, I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, we used this one. So let's type that in our notes as well. The user flag we got with this exploit plus cat listener, and then we could like just cat the user flag. So all in all, it was pretty simple one. We did some quick enum over here. We did a full scan. We found like all the important services we cared about. Some were better than others, so we failed with this VS FTP, even if that one looks like very vulnerable, and I'm sure we could have done something with that one. Then we went on to the next one. We skipped SSH. I don't like doing SSH stuff, because usually the exploits require you to have like username and password, so what's the point of having an exploit there? Then we skipped over the Samba one because I thought that this CC, that sounds pretty interesting. It's a C compiler which you can access over the network. That has to be vulnerable somehow, which it was. Sadly, it ran as a user level user and not as root. But then we were able to check other services. Oh yeah, exactly. We can write them, check open ports, and then we gathered that SMB is not open as this user. So we could have, that's what we did in this episode. So I checked, oh, the SMB port is not open as the user that we were before, so maybe it's another user. We were lucky enough to find some exploit which allowed us to run commands. We set this configuration in here, we ran it, and then apparently we were root. So all in all, a pretty easy challenge. It took us long enough anyway, but I hope you're here for the next one, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.